there, welcome and welcome back to the Whole Bucket and another Friday freebie feature. So today's Friday freebie feature is this set right here. This is from Sonia at Artsy Solutions, and I'm not doing much with this. That might be a weird thing to say when this is the feature. But I want to show you quick. I have it on the side here. The thing that I'm going to make today has very little to do with the freebie. It is a project that I'm working on, and it required some extra paper. And this right here, this lovely rectangle, is all I'm doing with this freebie. Just cutting them up into rectangles. And you might be wondering, and legitimately so, how in the world is that a feature and what the heck is going on? Well, I needed something that was a little bit magical and could meet a lot of different needs. And we're going to get to why these papers are a little bit magical and fit the needs of me and probably you, and you don't even know it yet, in just a minute. So I'm going to set this aside, and the first thing we're going to do doesn't have to do with paper at all, because this project also needs wax seals. And I've never used this little electric wax seal heater before, so this was a fabulous opportunity to try it out. I also want to find out if 1/4 of a stick is the right amount for this seal right here. It's actually a little more than it needs to be. Yep. So I can use less than 1/4 of a stick. Oh, let me pull some stuff over. So we have this, and I chopped the stick in approximately 4 pieces. I mean, look at that one. It's honking compared to the other two. In fact, maybe that's better. Maybe it'll be more like 5 pieces. But there's the seal I've chosen. I actually wanted a different one. This one right here, but I just found out today that I don't have the handle for these. This is a totally different handle, and I borrowed these from someone and then never used them. And I went in the box and I went, ooh, I can get a W. And then I realized that there's no handle in the box. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I might just try. Can I put it? Can I pliers it? Maybe. Probably. Here's the little electric heater I'm using. Guess what? It's hot. Ow! Imagine that. It's hot. So I think I'm going to try getting this W, and it really doesn't need very much. It's a really little seal, so I think I'm just going to try this. Okay, I don't think I did that very well. And I believe I made a mess out of my little melter thingy. Sure enough. Well, off to a great start. Anyway, I need some little W's. I'm sure we can get a few. We're going to try to get 4 W's. And if I can't get 4 nicely centered W's, well, then we'll just try something else. Or we'll just use this one. It won't matter that much. I would like the W's, but they're not crucial. But then we have these thingies, which I will never, ever, ever get again. because these crumble so terribly much that they're not worth what they're not worth getting. But you know what? I don't want that color. I want this color, I think. Oh, there's the one that's already open. Let's try it on red. I don't think this one will show up very well, but this is the one that this is the one that's already open, and this is why I know that it just crumbles. See? Crumbled. And just falls apart. But it's wax seal colorant. Right? I don't think it's any different than just plain mica powder. In fact, it could be just plain mica powder. So I think the only difference is I have this thingy that I can use to put it on with. Well, why don't I just stick one of these thingies in my mica powder then? But look how pretty that is. Oh, you can't see that. That's way too glary. There. Nice shimmer. Puts a really super nice copper shimmer on the design. Yep. All right. That could have been done in a better color. Let's see if this lighter coppery bronzy color shows up on the red any better, because I would like it if it did. And we'll try it with this defective W. Yeah, that's not bad at all right there. So, I don't mind these. They're fine as a product, right? Just not going to go very far because they fall apart so easy. But we're going to use them until they're gone. And, I mean, not today. But I'm going to use them till they're gone, and then I probably won't buy them again. Alright, we're going to try to get a W. I wonder if I could use something like a paintbrush handle could I stick this in there? Okay, let's try that. Way too much for this puny little W. I'm not sure why this wax keeps sticking to the seal. I mean, it peels off nicely, so I guess it doesn't matter, but it's a little weird. There we go. Ugh, that made a mess. Let's try to do another one. That might not be enough. Nope, definitely not enough. So I've done close to right, way too much, and not enough. Let's melt another little chunk. I also definitely pushed too hard on that one. You can see the mat right through the wax. This one's breaking apart. Huh. This one's not letting go at all. Alright, I think I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do here. I think I will try to melt more wax and get this off by re-dipping. All right, in the meantime, let's try to pick this one up. Oh, that works nice. Okay. If that weren't for way, way, way too much wax, it might be all right. Let's try bright pink on red. That sounds horrible. But since it's not going to work for me, we can find out. Wowzers, that's bright. Look at that. Yeah, that's a pretty horrible color combo for me. I do not like that at all. Maroon and fuchsia are just not my jam. Now I know. I've confirmed. Okay, let's see what we can do about this. Ooh, that's a nice size. Let's see if that works. Leave it. All right, so now that I think I'm on to wax amount, right? We can continue with that. I'll cut up these sticks a little more. No, I think that's too big. I think that's what I want. So I'll try to get some good W's, and I will try to get some good swirls, and we'll turn them cool looking with the... Whoa. Oh my. This is a different brand. Oh, no, they don't break any easier though. They are definitely more sturdy though. Yikes. Oy! Alright, so I don't remember what I was saying. We'll get some swirls, we'll get some W's. And, oh, way too small. I think, anyway. There. There we go. That's actually a very nice W. That's a W for in the W column. Ha 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 ha. I think I'm hilarious. That's gonna be too small, isn't it? Let's see. No. No, that's actually not bad. Alright, let's put some gold in there and see what happens when we mix the red and the gold. And I will finally get on to showing you what we're making and why this is, and why Sonia's papers are magical. So this is Happy Mail that I'm going to put up for sale in my online shop on Go Imagine. The idea is that if you know someone who needs, you know, something, a smile or just a surprise or whatever, this wouldn't have your name on it, right? I would fill out the envelope and send it directly from me to them. Or maybe people will buy these in bulk. I'm not going to tell you about my store placement. Anyway, you can buy them as they are, or you can have them sent secretly to someone who just might need a smile in the mail. Anyway, it says you've been granted 3 wishes. And the instructions for what to do with what's inside this envelope are on the back. And inside this is a folder. Do wishes come true? They probably don't, but maybe they do. They probably won't, but maybe they will. So you shouldn't, but absolutely should. And I didn't even read my own thing properly. But inside this little folder is this right here. And it is these 3 rectangles of Sonia's papers. and these 3 rectangles that are wrapped up in a sleeve with a wax seal. The instructions tell you that you need to write your wish on the plain paper and on the wishes paper. And then you put your wishes on the plain paper back in the folder, and you store this in a safe, secret place. So this goes in your sock drawer, and these wishes go in a jar of water. You can do one at a time or all 3 at once, or whatever you want. But then once your wish dissolves into the water, you pour the wish water on a living thing. So a plant or a tree or your lawn or whatever, and nature will make your wish grow. What does it say on the bottom here? Let nature bring your wish to life. I'll pack this back up. Anyway, here is why you should never overlook digitals like this, free or otherwise. Hold on, my stuff on my desk is falling all over me. So here's the thing, is that I don't know how much attention this digital kit got for Sonia. So maybe it did fine, and I'm speaking to the choir, because most of us who do this kind of thing know how important and useful the backgrounds really are. But in case you're not familiar with this kind of thing, you might look at this and go, what's the big deal? It's red paper, or it's a blue paper, or it's green paper, etc. Tea-dyed look, right? Well, these are all tea-dyed, but different colors. And then this one just has some dots, and so does the other one. One's more gray and one's more yellow. You might look at this kind of stuff and say, what is the big deal? And why in the world would I get it and then just turn it into some rectangles? Well, I'll tell you why. Because this is a service that I want to put in my shop. And I went to get some stuff to make these with. And I have all kinds of scrapbook papers that I just love. But I never use the whole pack, right? But scrapbook paper just, I can't, what is the word? I find them inspiring and exciting a lot of the time. And I get them and then I use them for whatever I wanted, and then there's a bunch left. So when I wanted to put this kit together, I'm like, well, I don't want to sit and just make one plain color. That's boring. But I don't want to like list 5 million individual products either. So just have 1 or 2 of a design. That would be tedious and ridiculous. So what do? Well, one of the things I did in the example and in the little folders is decide that I'll do 2 listings. Well, actually 3. One is going to be probably or maybe flowers. One is going to be probably no flowers. And one is going to be, I don't care if there are or aren't flowers. So that is my goofy way of saying leaning more feminine or leaning more masculine, or it doesn't matter either way. Some people really care. Like, for instance, my husband said if he were to get a thing like this, no flowers, 0 flowers. And I said, not even 1. And he said, no, not even 1. Flowers are too girly for him. My son, on the other hand, said probably no flowers, but it's not that big a deal, really. So they're my test audience. So you're going to get maybe flowers and probably not flowers, and I don't care. The other thing that I'm doing to be able to do all this is this kind of thing right here. So I needed papers that could match all kinds of different stuff that were very generic, because these are already very busy, and I needed something that could lend to this but not add more, graphically speaking, because too much eye input, right? I needed something that would feel a little bit magical. So it couldn't just be a plain color. Like I could have got, you know, something this color or something this red color or any one of these colors. I could have just got some plain old paper. But that's not magical or interesting. So what do? Well, you get something like this. And usually you're going to use this as a background and build a collage on it. Put some kind of graphics on it. Put some kind of ephemera on it and create a tag or a thing for a journal or, you know, a backdrop for a multitude of things. I think this is the very first time I ever just left it alone. But now it's kind of a cloudy thing. And does this add to the magical aesthetic? Personally, I think it does. Does this add to the magical aesthetic? Yes, I think it does. Maybe it's just me. But I really think these add to the magical, because they're sort of mysterious. Just cut like this and just left like this, to me. It might just be me. But Sonia, I think they're a little magical. So that is how I'm using these. I have to kind of apologize though. This is kind of a wimpy way to showcase somebody's product. And I really do like to showcase other artists' products on Friday Freebie Feature. That's what it's for. And I feel like I really haven't done justice to this product. But I want you to understand, if you're new to this, that this is much better than it might look at first glance if you are new to the digitals world. You might look at it and go, what do I need that for? Well, I mean, if you two are making magical things, you might just need this. Anywho, let's get to making one. Anywho, so I have these things. I cut out the little folders. I cut out little side tuck pockets. So we're gonna put the glue on the side pockets and get that in place. And let it dry, because if I don't let it dry enough, then I glue the papers into the pockets. And you know, that just doesn't end well. And I did it, and I have like 2 of these now over in the other room that are just absolute garbage because you can't use them. And then let's put this on. This is one of the things that I really need to decide, and I can only decide them individually, but the next thing I do is put this somewhere, and it can go here, or it can go on the front. I guess this one's fairly easy because that castle is lovely and this is not as lovely. So I think this should go right here. I have a special glue. Oh, excuse me. I have a special glue. It's Scotch brand wrinkle-free glue stick. And I like what it does with vellum. There, let's put that in there. It's not perfect, but I've yet to find a perfect glue for with vellum, and it's pretty darn good. You can see it's not perfect. It's curving it a little bit, right? But not bad at all. And look at how it just disappears. So it glues this whole thing down, it just disappears, and the vellum also just disappears. I mean, it just caused that cloudy little thing, right? But I love that, and it's what the word, it's how it makes the words pop. Okay, so now we have a pocket drying. We have our little fun poem inside. And we need these things. Now here is one thing I'm debating. So I have these. These are the magical ones. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I lost part of my yeah, just a minute. Okay, I found what I needed. So, I have some strips of mulberry paper. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this blue. I was going to debate a bit, but look how nice that goes. And then there is the magical paper. And I'm just going to well, I didn't cut very well. I can see that this is completely wonky. It's okay. It's not the end of the world if your wrapping band is wonky. Whoops. Okay, there's our band for the magical paper. And I need to cut this. And then this is where I'm going to have a problem because let's try silver on this gold one, because I can't let the glue go through at all or it's going to wreck the dissolving paper. But there we go. One W seal. For the magical paper. And then I noticed that I did not trim this one very well, so I'm going to trim this paper. Actually, I'll trim all three of them just so I end up with them the same size. But I'm just going to trim this little edge off where I didn't do a good job. And then I will re-corner these. This is a pretty fussy little project. I thought it would just be a cute little thing I would throw together, but then I'm like, oh, I gotta add this. Ooh, I want to do that. I got a little ridiculous. But it all adds to the magical bit, right? So it's all staying. All right. I forgot that those were too long. Anywho, here we go. There is the folder. Wait, I think this can go in like that instead. My worry is that people aren't going to know which one is the wish paper and which one is the plain paper, because the plain paper isn't plain, it's colored. But I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to put a thing in there that says this is plain, if you know what I mean. That's not fun. That's not magical. So hopefully people understand it. And I would think they would, because this is wrapped by the W for wish, and it feels very different than regular paper. So, question mark. I'm going to have to make a how do you use this video so people can come online and look if they want. All right, so then there we go with that. And then there is the instructions. So the folder sits about like so. And this part comes up. And then this goes, whoops. That's a little unnecessary. And now I went too far the other way. I'm going to have to get used to where the folds go. There we go. Instructions. Write your wish down twice, once on regular paper and once on magical wish paper. Hide the regular paper copy somewhere safe in this folder. Put the wish paper in a jar of water, cover it, and swirl till your wish dissolves. Pour the wish water onto a plant, tree, garden, or even your grass. Let nature bring your wish to life. You've been granted 3 wishes. And then this thing goes in an envelope. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Whoops, that was silly. That was definitely too big for the W. So let's do another one. Get it ready for the envelope. Actually, I have to trim this. This is too long. Okay, there we go. So this one's already wrapped. It's in a thing that I had when I was practicing and designing this. So let's go ahead and get the pocket on first again. I'm going to have to test all of these, you know, like get them all done and then pack them all away. And then like the day after, go through them all again, pull them all out and take them all apart to make sure that I didn't glue anything together. Either that or I have to do pockets and seals on one day and then put everything, do all the gluing one day and put everything together the next day. So now, does this go out here? Or does it go in here? It's got to go in here. Because that outside, it just looks weird. It just looks weird on that outside. see. I'm going to have to find this glue stick again and see how much it cost, because I like it and I want it for this product, and I want to continue making this product. Whether it sells or not, it remains to be seen, but I want to I want this to end up being an item that I donate to. So I will continue making this product regardless of how it does in the shop, right? But this glue stick is, I just love it. I hope it wasn't too expensive, but I bought it ages ago and I honestly don't remember. But I hope it's not prohibitive. Because wouldn't this be a fun thing to get if you were going through a tough time, or, I mean, not anything serious, obviously. This is a little flippant for somebody going through something terribly serious. But if it was just somebody who needed a little smile, or maybe a kiddo. I was thinking of trying to find some kid type stuff, right? And doing it for kiddos for 3 wishes. I don't know how cool that would be. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I am keeping all those things in my mind, but I think this would be fun. And I got this idea because we all talk about Happy Mail all the time. I have never participated in a Happy Mail anything, but I get the concept, right? And I love getting things in the mail. I love getting things delivered to my house. And I love when the mail is not bills and advertisements, because pretty much that's all you get. So I thought, everybody likes getting some happy in the mail, don't they? Like a little surprise. So I gave it some thought. What can you send to people that is, you know, not a waste of time, a little bit more than a greeting card, and I realize this is silly. The wishes may or may not come true, but it has very little to do with the practice in this little envelope thing. But having things in your mind and putting some thought into it and whatever is fun. To me, anyway. I wonder if I put this together upside down. Like, is it supposed to go this way? I bet it is, isn't it? That means I put the whole thing together upside down. Nobody's ever going to know unless I tell them. Shh, don't tell on me. Alright, let's get a seal on another one. And let's find a color. I think I'm just going to go with brown. How boring is that? Except it's a little bit perfect for this particular paper. So we're going to go just like that, and just like that. Oh, goodness sakes. Get your act together, girl. You can fold paper. And where did I put my scissors? I haven't moved, but I've lost my scissors. Okay, there we go. And let's get a seal on this one. Wait, let's see. Maybe we'll do this seal on this one. Just cause. Alright, let's put... You know what? I have realized I do not have great colors for this project. I don't have great colors in general for stuff. So I have black, red, and gold sealing wax. And I have, well, red, oh, and I have these colors of the rub-on stuff. Not great combos. I may want to rethink some stuff I'm doing here. But I think that's pretty fun right there. I'm going to go with that one. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot. These are too long. Hang on. I gotta chop this just a little bit. Okay. Oh. Go in the pocket. Okay. This one is not sticking very well. Maybe I don't need this glue stick after all. You know what? I did not. I put too much glue in here. This pocket is no longer deep enough for what it needs to hold. Okay. Okay, I like that better. I had the wish paper and the plain paper the same size, and I wasn't liking that very much because you couldn't tell that there were layers. So I think I'm gonna cut them all a little shorter, even shorter than I did, because I like that the papers in back are now sticking out. You can see that it's something different in there. But there's that one, and there it is, wrapped up. You've been granted 3 wishes. There's 2. I will be right back. Ta! So I've skipped ahead. Can you tell? Surprise! I'm gonna try to keep my videos under an hour. Just under an hour. If I can. So I needed to stop in case I ramble, because I ramble. Here are Sonia's papers. Again, never underestimate the power of a good background for your biggest things. Your collages and your ephemera and your what have you. But also, just the magic of a good background. Just as it is. Gosh, I'm covered in glue. So try to ignore the glue, but I'm going to go through each one of the finished product super quick so that you can see how these backgrounds add to the aesthetic of what's going on here. Take a look at how fabulous that works. Right? So that's one, and this is obviously, I think obviously, maybe not, the C. They all have a different theme, because I just wanted to test out all these different things I have. But there is the ocean, or the sea, or, you know, what have you. This one is, they're all, except for one, they're all Stamperia papers too. So we're not talking cheapos. We're talking the good quality stuff. I think this one is fantasy or something, but look how lovely that goes. Just wonderful stuff. It's got all these tones, right? Just simple backgrounds have all of the tones that we need. I think I'm going to come back and trim these wish papers down so you can see those layered back there better, because I really did like that improvement. I also might have to make a new cover for that one because it's quite wrinkled since I folded it like 10 times. All right, so here is this one. This one doesn't show off Sonia's papers very well because the inside is just lined paper and the pocket is just a bit of blueprint, but there we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. Same thing here. I think I'll trim the wish paper down to show off the layering a little better. And then that will be all set. And here is the one that is a different manufacturer of paper. And it ended up being a different style on the inside as well because the leftover bits that I had didn't lend themselves to a vertical or horizontal pocket very well. So this ended up being a tuck. It's a tuck tiger. It's a tuck tiger. That's my favorite kind of tiger. They don't bite or nothing. They just sit there and hold things. But take a look at that with the tiger. Beautiful. And with the cover. Just fabulous. So again, I needed something not too flashy. Something that would lend itself to a variety of papers. Something that would look a little bit magical, not just plain papers. This fit all of those needs. It was kind of amazing to find this. If you, however, are in need of something a little flashier or a little, you know, more visual interest, don't worry about that. Sonia has you there too. She's got all kinds of stuff, freebies and otherwise, and I will link her in the description box. So make sure that you check out what she's got going on. I will also put a link to another video I did with her, another freebie of Sonia's, because I feel like maybe this wasn't very exciting to a lot of people. And it didn't really show off different ways to use her item. Like, I did nothing to it other than cut it into rectangles. So, you know, there's that. But I did use another one of her freebies not too terribly long ago and did all kinds of little mini clusters and stuff out of it. They turned out fabulous. And they are awaiting a project that I absolutely will get to. Do you have a pile like that? Oh my gosh, the projects that we just never really get to. This one's been waiting for a long time, and I actually have someone waiting for me to get to it, so I have to do that. But Sonia's product came in terribly handy, and we'll be revisiting that. I will link the video at the end of this video to that one if you'd like to see something more exciting. Never underestimate the value of a good background. Never ever. They're invaluable. If you are new to digitals, backgrounds are amazing. Thank you. See you next Friday. Bye.